Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into the world of Twitter contests and giveaways.
Yeah, specifically looking at how you pick the winners. You want it to be effective, but also, fair.
Exactly. And we've got a couple of things guiding us.
Right. First, there's this free tool from Shreateh. It's designed for random winner selection.
Okay.
And then we'll sort of zoom out a bit with an article that talks about using web apps more broadly for this kind of thing, for managing Twitter promotions.
Right. So the mission today is really to cut through the noise, figure out how these tools actually work, and importantly, why they're becoming, well, almost essential for running good Twitter giveaways.
Yeah, giving you the key insights you'd need.
So let's jump right in. This free tool from Shreateh, what's the deal?
Well, it's pretty straightforward, actually. It's designed to pick a random winner from Twitter replies.
Okay, simple enough.
And they say it's secure. You don't need to log in, which is definitely appealing. Low barrier to entry.
Right, you just give it the tweet URL.
Seems like it. You give it the URL, you pick someone. Easy.
That ease of use is definitely a big plus. But, and this seems important, our info says it only works with a limited number of replies.
Yes, that's a key limitation mentioned. So if you're expecting, like, thousands of entries.
Might not be the right fit. You need to be aware of that.
Exactly. And the source also mentions, you could potentially contact the creator for a premium version.
Ah, okay. For unlimited replies, or even custom tools.
Right, which kind of highlights that different contests might need different solutions depending on the scale.
Makes sense. What about who can be selected?
Another point mentioned is that users with private Twitter accounts, they won't be included.
Well, that makes technical sense, I suppose. The replies aren't public.
Yeah, but it's definitely something you need to make super clear in your contest rules if you use this specific tool. Communication is key there.
Definitely. And privacy. People always worry about that.
The info we have assures that it's secure, and you don't need to share private info. That's always good to hear.
For sure. And if people want to actually see it work?
There are video tutorials, apparently, English and Arabic, on YouTube. We'll make sure those links are available.
Good. Visuals help.
And there's also a demo tweet link somewhere showing it in action. Gives you a quick look.
Okay, so this free tool, it solves a basic problem, right? How do I pick someone randomly?
Exactly. It's an immediate, no-cost answer for that simple need.
But it also kind of naturally leads you to think, well, what if my contest is bigger? Or I need more features?
Precisely. And that takes us nicely into the broader idea of using dedicated web applications for this.
Because Twitter is huge for contests now. The reach is incredible.
It really is. But managing it manually.
Oh, boy.
Tell me about it. I tried tracking entries in a spreadsheet once for just a small thing. It got messy fast and worrying about fairness.
That's exactly the problem these web apps solve. They bring efficiency, yes, but also that crucial element of fairness, or at least perceived fairness. Okay, so let's break down the benefits. The article we looked at highlighted a few key ones. Streamlining the process seems like the big one first.
Absolutely. Automation. Instead of you manually sorting through potentially hundreds or thousands of tweets, mentions, whatever, the app does it.
Saves hours, I bet.
Easily. And it just makes the whole thing feel more, well, legitimate. Less room for error or, unintentional bias.
Right. Which ties into the next point, randomized and unbiased selection.
Yeah, the algorithms are built for that. Based on the criteria you set, like did they retweet, did they use the hashtag? Everyone who met the criteria gets an equal chance.
No playing favorites, even subconsciously.
Exactly. Which is massive for building trust with your audience.
That trust thing is so critical, isn't it? If people think it's rigged or even just messy.
They won't participate next time. But if they trust the process is fair, they're more likely to jump in.
And the article connects that directly to getting more participants, right? More reach, more exposure for your brand.
Yeah, it creates this positive cycle. Transparency builds trust. Trust boosts participation. Participation boosts your reach and engagement. It just makes sense. As a participant yourself, wouldn't you prefer a contest run like that?
Totally. I'd feel much better about entering.
Okay, moving on. There's also the data side of things.
Data collection and analysis. What kind of data are we talking about?
Well, these apps can often pull things like the usernames of participants, maybe their follower accounts, other engagement metrics related to the contest.
Okay, so it's not just who won, but who entered and a bit about them.
Right. And think about how valuable that could be. You start to see patterns, understand who your most engaged audience members are through these contests.
Yeah, that goes beyond just running a giveaway. That's actual audience insight. You could use that to shape future content, maybe even product decisions.
Precisely. It informs your strategy.
Yeah.
And another big plus is the customization.
How so? Tailoring the rules.
Exactly. You can often set very specific criteria. Maybe you do want to judge based on creativity for some contests, not just random draw. Or maybe you want to prioritize retweets to maximize amplification.
So you can align the tool with what you actually want to achieve with the contest.
Yeah, it's not just one size fits all. You pick the rules, the app enforces them. Think about what your specific goals are for running a contest.
Makes sense. And technically, how do they handle pulling all that Twitter data?
That's the beauty of seamless integration. They usually plug right into Twitter's API.
API, application programming interface. Basically, they talk directly to Twitter.
Right, so you can grab the data they need, retweets, replies, hashtags, pretty much in real time. Makes setting up, running, and getting reports much smoother.
Less manual data entry, less hassle.
Way less hassle. The connection to Twitter's data streamlines everything. And many apps also help with the promotion side.
How? Like announcing the winner.
Yeah, features like automated winner announcement tweets, maybe personalized DMs to the winner. Some even let you add your own branding.
Oh, that's neat. So it saves you time and helps you amplify the win and your brand.
Exactly. Creates a better experience for everyone, winner or not. Makes your brand look good.
Okay, one last benefit mentioned was compliance. Keeping within Twitter's rules.
Yeah, that's crucial. Twitter has specific guidelines for contests. Using a reputable app often helps make sure you're following those rules.
Avoids getting your account in trouble.
Which nobody wants. It helps maintain that trusted environment.
So pulling this all together, from the simple free tool with its limits to these more advanced web apps, they really are changing the game for Twitter contests.
They absolutely are. It's about making them fairer, way more efficient, and actually getting useful insights out of them. It's a big step up from manual methods.
It feels like they're moving from nice to have to pretty much essential if you're serious about running these things well.
I think that's fair to say. They solve the core headaches and add a lot of value for the organizer, and importantly, create a better, more trustworthy experience for the people participating.
So the big takeaway for you listening, it's that these tools, this ease and transparency they offer, it's not just about simplifying a task.
No, it's more fundamental. It changes how you can engage with your audience on Twitter, how you can understand them better.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. What new possibilities does this actually open up?
Yeah, think about it. Running fair, transparent contests where you also get valuable data back. How could that change the way you connect with people online and really understand what resonates with them? It's more than just giveaways. It's about building relationships and insight.
A Palestinian developer named Shreateh.
Shreateh, Information Technology Specialist.
شريطة سيكون معنا عبر سكايب.
Security researcher Shreateh.
Systems information pro from Palestine. Maria, I spoke to hacker Shreateh earlier. Palestinian programmer Shreateh.
Shreateh.
This is what Khalil did. Khalil is a Palestinian hacker from the West Bank.
من فلسطين فاز خليل شريطة